Hey there, true believers. Welcome back to another video. Today was supposed to be a much more exciting video than it's going to be. It was going to be vlog number 3. Well, it still is vlog number 3. But I had a plan for taking you guys along with me to Binghamton. But unfortunately, I shot some stuff at a couple of different places that we went to. I went to Spirit Halloween. I was actually going to pick up the new Halloween, the new Michael Myers mask. I was about this close to doing it. Luckily, I didn't, because I picked up something that I've been wanting in the collection for a while now. But I went to a lot of different stores, and it was just really noisy, and I'm just not super comfortable doing this yet with people staring at me. So a lot of the stuff didn't really come out very well. I was looked back and I looked at it, and it's just something that I need to practice. And the stuff that I like, I'll be throwing in the videos, you know. But unfortunately, I just didn't like a lot of the footage that I got. But I will be showing you what it wasn't that crazy anyway. I mean, we went to quite a few different places, and I only went to 2 stores that I liked something, which was where I got this guy, and then a Michael Myers mask that you can get anywhere. So it wasn't all that exciting to begin with, but it would have been really cool to bring you guys along with me, because it's been a long time, or it's been... For a long time, I've been wanting to make these type of videos. But we do have some good news. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know about my Spider-Man, my Mayfix Far From Home Spider-Man. So this is the first one that I got. He has the Homecoming head on it right now, just because this head is on the Homecoming figure. But what happened is this figure had a defect. They sent me a figure that had 2 left knees. So this one, the right leg had a left knee, but it was upside down, and it wouldn't straighten out all the way. And I just went to bend it like this, and it just snapped on me, right? So I contacted Big Bad Toy Store, and then the next morning they contacted me back, and then we got it all set through, and they sent me a new figure, and they're going to let me keep this one, which is very, very, very cool. So I got this one. So this is the new one, and this is the old one, which I will be doing a video on right after this. Obviously, you can see that he's not broken anymore. His leg is back on. So basically what I did was I took the joint out. I heated it up. I heated up the actual knee joint, and then the part that broke off, I took that out. I swapped it. So now this is still a left knee, obviously, but it's swapped. So instead of it being upside down now, it's now right side up. So you can notice that with the actual figure, you can see that there's a textured design, texture on one side, and then the other side's just shiny plastic. We can see that that's the same for both sides. Normally, it would be opposite, like this one. You can see that the shiny plastic is on the inside, and then the texture plastic is on the outside. So his knee is still upside down, or it's no longer upside down, but it's still going, it's going the wrong way because it's for the opposite leg. But I had to ice this joint right here. So he no longer has a double joint in this knee, he only has the single joint. So I can't move this lower one. But basically what I decided to do is, since I'm not letting this guy keep his head anyway, when I get the stealth suit from Mayfix, that Peter Parker head is going to be going on this figure. So then this guy will be looking pretty cool on the shelf. And then my Homecoming one benefits from it as well, because he has a better head. Which, shout out to Wayne. What is it? Hold on. Shit. Wayne _ collectors on Instagram. I found his Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and I seen his pictures for the Homecoming figure, and he used the Far From Home head on it, and I thought that looked really, really good. Unfortunately, I'm able to pull that off because of this situation of having both these figures. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that I did, this isn't a really big deal, but for my unused Civil War suit Spider-Man, I swapped out his hands. The hands that he came with, obviously, it's not really cool to have one fisted hand and then one web shooter hand anyway. But if you'll notice, those hands that they use the same hands for the Homecoming figure. They're really big. And this figure, his forearms are really the same size as the wrists. Now, it looks worse because he has web shooters on. But even if the web shooters weren't there, there's not a big difference between his wrist and his forearm. There's not a big size difference. And the bigger hands help fix that, but the bigger hands also throw off the rest of the proportions too because he's got really big hands. So basically what I did was I took my Homecoming Mafex ball joints, or the wrist joints, because the ones that are on that figure are actually a bootleg Mafex, or a bootleg Revoltech Spider-Man 3. So these are the actual Mafex joints with the Mafex mask holding hands. And the reason I chose those ones is they kind of have like an action pose, relaxed pose kind of thing going. So the gesture is wide enough where it gives him, it still makes his hands look a little bit bigger, even though they're much more in proportion now. From the side, it still looks weird. But from straight on, his hand has a bigger profile than the wrist. So in my eyes, it helps out the proportions a little bit more, makes the wrist look a little bit narrower because the hands get bigger. Before, with the web shooter hand, it was very narrow like this, but then it was really big sideways. So I think overall doing this makes it look a little bit better. I don't know how well I really explain that, but it makes sense to me, so, you know, that's all that matters. Anyway, also, this guy is pretty much done. I just need to do some paint work to his legs, or his boots, and then he'll be all set to go. I don't even remember if I showed that. Actually, I'm going to show you it to him right now. So, he's using quite a few pieces. He's the Greg Capullo Batman, New 52 Batman, but he's got the NECA Batman Begins Batman belt. He's got the Arkham Asylum Batman neck. This is my own fabric. It's been dry brushed to darker color gray. I painted the black areas, besides the boots, I painted the black areas with my own gloss silver, and then the gauntlets with a gunmetal. And then the head that I'm going to be, I have both heads here, but here's the Greg Capullo head that I repainted a long time ago. It looks decent. I can definitely do better. I like the skin color though, but here's the New 52 Batman head that comes in the box set. So I really, really like this head. I need to give it my own gloss color so it matches that, and I might repaint the face. I haven't really decided yet. So he's actually not that done, or not that close to being done, because I have to do his head and stuff. But the big thing, now you can see back there where my Hot Toys Spider-Man is, there is another box right next to it, because today I picked up this bad boy right here. I picked up the Man of Steel Movie Masters Series 220, I think it is. I have no idea. Anyway, this is the Henry Cavill Superman from Man of Steel, which is pretty cool. And he was basically brand new. I got him for $1.99, and he was pretty much brand new. The box was opened, but all the accessories, well, actually only the kryptonite key was taped down. None of the other accessories are taped down, but like the sticker, the cellophane that's on the metal plate for the name, that was still there. The suit was in perfect condition, and he smelled brand new. You know how the figures have that that new car smell? He smells brand new, and there's there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the figure. I'm pretty sure the figure is really never been touched before. I think might have been taken out of the box, looked at, and then put back in, because it doesn't look like really anything's been used. But it was an awesome purchase. I'm very, very happy with this, because I had the Justice League black suited Superman coming. I have that pre-ordered, and obviously this Superman doesn't share the same body as that one, like the BVS or the Justice League, but I think this one looks really, really good. When you have the two next to each other, like if you have this one next to the BVS one or the Justice League one, you can start to see where this one's better in some areas and that one's better in others. But I think when this is by itself, I think it looks incredible. The only part of the figure that I really don't like is the padding in his boots, because it messes up the articulation, and it just kind of looks weird. But I feel like the boots don't bother me when he's floating, when he's flying. So when he's standing, it looks weird to me. But he's gonna be like this for the foreseeable future anyway, so it don't really bother me. And I've pretty much decided for a while now that I'm not going to do anything to Hot Toys figures, because I just want to get a little bit more. I just want to get a little bit more. A little bit more. What the fuck? A little bit more experience before I start working on stuff like this. Unfortunately, I seen a video where some guy, can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's like what was it? I haven't seen anybody else do this, but then again, I haven't looked for it either. It's a guy on YouTube. His name's the Clipper King. He uploaded a video back in 2014 showing his modifications to this figure, and he somehow lowered the collar and he made it closer to the emblem. And just by doing that, it's not the only thing he did, but just by doing that, the suit looks like the figure looks this much. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. It looked just like Henry Cavill. Like, it looked like it's shrunken down. The suit looked perfect. He pulled down on the arms and made it so the sleeve goes up into the ball joint, so it gets a tighter look. He added some gloss to the hair and the eyes and all that, just to give a sweat appearance. I really like the head sculpt the way it is right now. I don't know if I would do that, but everything that he did to the suit looked really, really good. And I actually was contemplating doing that for a few minutes. I'm definitely not going to do it anytime soon if I do decide to do that. The cape, unfortunately, has some wrinkles in it. Hopefully that fixes itself, because it's going to bother me if it has wrinkles. The only other thing besides the boots that really is irritating is this. Obviously, you're not going to see it when it's just hanging out, like if you're looking at it straight on. When you're looking at it just like how you should, it looks incredible. It looks great. But that does bother me. Anyway, I am extremely, extremely happy with this piece. And I gotta say, if you guys don't have this Man of Steel Superman figure, definitely get it. Unfortunately, I can't see I can't see a lot of people being able to get it for the price that I got it for. Especially when it looks brand new. It doesn't really look like anything's wrong with it. It's in great condition. So, not everybody's going to get that great a deal, unfortunately. But either way, you guys should still pick up this figure, especially since we don't know about Henry Cavill's certainty in returning as Superman. We don't know when that's going to happen. So, or if it's going to happen. So a lot of these figures are going to jump up in price. I'm sure as soon as that the Black Suit Justice League Superman figure comes out, that's going to be one of the last chances to get some of these Superman figures for a decent price, unless we have some good luck and this excellent, excellent Superman returns for a sequel, or maybe to finish up a trilogy or something. Please, come on. Warner Brothers, get your shit together, man. You have a fantastic actor wanting to play this amazing character. Anyway, there's some other stuff. The phone is plugged in right now, so I'm going to bring it to you. Not a lot of work has been done on it, but some of it has on the Spider-Verse picture. I kind of messed it up a little bit, so you can take it easy. Other thing is another picture. I wanted to give Andrew some love because he hasn't been getting much love. Particularly when the Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out, I really, really, really liked that. I really liked that movie. Part of it, it's really only two reasons for that. It was really funny. It kind of holds a nostalgic feeling and a nostalgic. It holds a place in my heart because of nostalgia. I had a lot of good times. I had a really good time watching that with my mom the very first time I watched it. She really liked those movies because of Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, and it just makes me think about a good time. But really, the two main reasons I like those movies, or specifically The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I really like The Amazing Spider-Man, but the reasons I like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is because it's really funny, and it brings back those feelings, and also because of it was a new Spider-Man movie. You know, when I was still young when that came out. I was only 11 when it came out, and it was a brand new Spider-Man movie. So of course I became attached to it. By the time Homecoming, and especially by the time Far From Home came out, I was a little bit more critical of not only the movies, but the character of Spider-Man in general, the representation of the character. You know, the way I fell in love with Spider-Man was through the Tobey Maguire movies and through Ultimate Spider-Man. Those are my two favorite adaptations of the character, period. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man. There's two that are really close, and that's PS4 Spider-Man and Spectacular Spider-Man. And the people who say people who say that the comics, of course, the original comics, but as like a set story, as a point, a start to finish, the original comic book run from 1962 or 1963, I don't know why, I'm not quite sure. That's not good. Anyway, the Amazing Spider-Man run over the last 60 years or so, it's been written by so many different writers, it's been illustrated by so many different artists. It's not one cohesive story. The Spider-Man trilogy, PS4 Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Ultimate Spider-Man are all four versions of Spider-Man that are one cohesive story, and that's why I really like them. Obviously, there's more versions of that, like the other TV shows or something like that, but that's why I kind of exclude the original comic books, is because it's not quite one cohesive story. You can't, like, if you just say the original Spider-Man, the original 616 Spider-Man, it's like, well, which version? Because there's so many different versions, there's so many different things that they tweak, there's so many different things that they rewrite or they retcon, or things like this, the way he looks, you know? I mean, there's even different versions on how Spider-Man's powers work, like his, the way he sticks to walls. Like in the Raimi movies, they lean towards this idea that it's like hairs that come out of his fingers, but in the actual comic books, now this might have, the hair thing might have came into the comic books too, but I know specifically the way they say in the comics is that he's able to like change the molecules between his fingers and the surface that he sticks to. But I know also that he can't stick to everything, so I don't know how that works, if he's able to control it. Anyway, that's besides the point. Back to Andrew. I should have gotten all this ready. But any of you who know about a lot of the Amazing Spider-Man promotional pictures or anything like that, then you know this original picture of the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit. Also, they did one for the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and it's this one. It's just a little light sketch that I was doing. I started the spider, but then I realized that it's too high. It should be a little bit lower. But it's just a quick sketch to lay out the foundation for the painting. And if anybody would like to know, do I draw the painting first, or do I just start painting? It really depends. And I can't say that one helps more than the other. It's really kind of, it really depends. Like, for example, my Arkham Joker, which isn't on my Instagram, it's on my old one. It's not on either one of my current ones or on the channel. But my Instagram, or my Arkham Joker, that one I just painted first. Both of my Dark Knight Batman and my Dark Knight Joker, both of those are just painted, and those came out pretty well. But my Tobey Maguire, the one that's based off Alex Ross's artwork, that one was drawn. My Superman was drawn. My Captain America, which I still think looks just like Chris Evans. I don't mean to pat myself on the shoulder, but just the original sketch of that, I think I got him down really good, and I hope it translates to, once it's painted, I hope it's still really, I still hope it looks like him, because I think I did a really good job. and it would be very upsetting if it doesn't hold his likeness. I would be very, very upset about that. But like Carnage, I just painted him. I didn't draw it. The Punisher logo, I just painted that. So it really depends. And there's a, I showed you guys, I believe I showed you guys the Infinity War Thor. That I did it. That's actually for my cousin. It was supposed to be a Christmas or a birthday gift. Fortunately, I'm not gonna be able to get it done by then. So it's gonna be a Christmas gift. But I did a painted version of that. Didn't like it at all. And then I restarted. I drew it. And then I started painting on that. And my Emperor Palpatine picture, I think I drew that one too. Anyway, there's a lot of different stuff that I'm working on. And the more I sit and think about the stuff that I have to finish, the more I realize that there's stuff that I can't keep starting new projects. Like this guy. All of his pieces were sitting in a bin like a week ago. At least he's close to being done, but I got a lot of stuff that I need to finish before I take on other projects. It's always something that's in my mind. It's like, oh, what can we work on now? And now that I work at Walmart, I have a lot less time on my hands because I leave here at about 11:40, and then I don't get back here at about till 11 o'clock at night. So I'm gone for half of the day, and then you got to account for the time that I'm sleeping. There's not a lot of time left over, and it's hard to find motivation to get these projects done. It's always easier to start a project, but being real with you guys, it's hard to keep the energy going, you know. That's why, like, when I look at my Instagram account, like when I started it, because I originally wanted to just be finished. If you look at the original like 12 posts, it was all just finished. It was photography, pictures. That's pretty much it. It was only stuff that was finished. And then I started working on the Mysterio figure, and then I started adding work in progress pictures. And now there's just a whole bunch of random stuff on there. I wanted it to be exclusively an art account that just has artwork that's finished. And like I started posting a bunch of this figure stuff, and the figure stuff is what I really, really, really want to do. I want to work on statues. I want to work on figures. That's what I want to do as a living, more so than canvas work. That's why I get a lot more of my figures done more than I get canvas work done, because I just enjoy. There's a I don't know the quote off the top of my head. It's not really a quote. I mean, it is, but Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. I was listening to one of their podcasts the other day, re-listening to one of it, and Link said something that that I really kind of agree with, and I think that I do as well. As he said, he doesn't like to create things. He likes to create something out of something else instead of something from scratch. And that's really what painting is when you're working on a painting. Even if you're following somebody else's image, like I did with that Alex Ross Spider-Man or some of my other stuff, if you're following somebody else's image, it's still creating something from scratch. You know, you still got to build it from the foundation up. If you're taking figures and you're repainting a sculpt that already exists, a foundation, and you're trying to make it look better or trying to make it look different or bring out the details, well, that would be making it look better. I wouldn't say it's easier. It's just a different type of creativity that I just enjoy more. I enjoy more making something. I find it more appealing to make something look better than to create something from scratch. You know, when I was young, my mom used to she didn't work for him, but she helped out the ACT team. If you don't know what the ACT team is, it's a group of people that helps. They're like nurses and doctors that they help the mentally ill people around, specifically here where I live. And basically what she would do is she would paint these bags. She would paint a bunch of different pictures on these bags for Christmas. They're like Christmas gift bags. And I started doing them with her one year, and I started 2 bags. I didn't finish it. I didn't want to do it. But where I started my love for painting came from painting things. And really where my skills grew. This is going to be a long video, but I think it makes up for not being able to come with me today. It started with painting Lego minifigures. You know, this is my Heath Ledger Joker. I remember everybody using these weird pieces for Heath Ledger's Joker's hair. They used the Anakin Skywalker hairpiece. I remember people like, what's his name? Shit. Forest Fire 101. He used I don't remember whose hairpiece it was, but it's like cut. They used it for a lot of different people. It was originally a girl hairpiece, and they cut it down. They used it for Luke Skywalker. It's a center part, and then it kind of comes down and swoops out. It's a really gay hairpiece. I shouldn't have said that. I take it back. I'm sorry. It's a stupid hairpiece. But this one was actually the granny hairpiece, and I've seen some people like Lego Maniac 9. Is that what his name is? God, I can't remember. I haven't watched stuff like this in a long time. He used this for Black Widow. It's pretty much perfect for Joker. I hadn't seen anybody do it, and I still haven't seen anybody do it, but I haven't been following it like I used to. It's pretty much perfect for Heath Ledger's Joker. It's just parted in the wrong direction. Anyway, this is where my love for painting came from, is painting minifigures. You know, I have some versions of stuff here that was original stuff and that I repainted. Like, here was my original Quicksilver from Age of Ultron, and then here's the one that I was working on before I stopped. So you can see that, you know, I mean, it's not a big difference, but there was progression. So I've always been more liking painting things. Like, I have this, you can't see him, but he's laying down over there. It's one of the 14-inch Batman Begins figures. It's actually, they made one for Batman Begins, but they also made one for The Dark Knight. It's a real big figure. It had like this action cape that would pop out. And I've been working on him for a really long time to make him look better and better. And now, as I've gotten older, I know more different tricks up my sleeve, and I have more tricks up my sleeve, and I know more about what the suit looks like. If you want to know somebody who knows what that suit looks like, go over to Dean Knight 333's channel. Like, he'll talk about how, like, the suit is like this charcoal gray, right? And then the gloves are glossy black. The boots and the cowl are more of like a matte black. And then the cape is just jet black. It's made out of this waterproof material that they injected hairs into that makes it look like velvet. So it looks like velvet, but it's really lightweight. The Batman Begins suit is beautiful. It's not comic book accurate, but it's a beautiful, beautiful suit. And I'm trying to get that to look as accurate as I can. And I've decided that I was going to trim down some of the height in the legs. I was also going to trim down underneath his chin so he can get his head to be more of a tilted down brooding pose. And I'm also going to sculpt around the neck and the head to give it that uniform look. Now, I plan on getting the Hot Toys figure that's coming out, and I want to pick up a head sculpt from OT Customs because his head sculpt is incredible. But I want to make that one look better because it's something that I've been working on for a really long time, even though I know I'm finally going to get a Hot Toys version. It's something I've been working on a long time, and it's just something that I know that I need to finish. Like I've said, I've had a lot of different projects that I'm working on, but there's some that I just need to finish because it's important. The pictures, the paintings, I let slide because I know that's not really what I want to do, you know, for a living. It's something that's just more so. It's an addition, you know. It's an addition to the hobby. Painting, stuff like this. This is one of my favorite customs. I love the way this guy looks. I think he is incredible. This is the type of stuff that I want to do. And I don't know if you guys had seen, but the other day, about a week ago, maybe a week and a half, Todd McFarlane uploaded a video on his Instagram talking about how he wanted to have somebody he's hiring for a prototype painter. Now, I probably wouldn't want to work. I would want to work at McFarlane Toys, but I wouldn't want to work for the DC Multiverse line, just because I'm not a big fan of that line. But Todd McFarlane is without a doubt my favorite artist. I have so much love for that man, it's not even funny. I love Image Comics, I love Spawn, I love everything, pretty much everything he puts his hands on I think is like incredible work. The way he draws his characters just stands out so much. And but it's not, there's just something unique about it. I don't know how to explain. Of course, there's something unique about all artists, for the most part. There's some that kind of blend together. But, like, I remember watching him for the very first time on the Spider-Man 1 special features, and he was talking about just the way, just how he came up with the design for the webbing. It's like this guy is a true creative genius. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, I wanted to create the web. I wanted it to be like it was creating a rope on the spot. You know, so I have like three strings, or 3 webs going forward, and then 3 more that would spin around it. The guy, I would watch it over and over again because I didn't know who the guy was, but I just really liked him. He is my favorite artist. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. This was a good video. I like this video. I like it. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a video of this guy right afterwards, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Finally, I'll be able to do a video on him, because I got the first one Thursday? Oh. No, I got it Friday. It came in Friday. So today's Sunday. So I got both of them within the span of a couple of days, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Don't forget about this motherfucker, man. Like, come on. You ain't gotta tell me that's not incredible. Like, if you don't think that's awesome, bro, you're crazy as hell. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. One more thing. This is important. If you're not a wrestling fan, that's completely cool. I think it's funny when people talk shit about wrestling because it really is funny. But I love wrestling. I don't really watch it anymore just because a lot of my favorite guys aren't wrestling anymore. But I gotta tell you, what happened the other night when CM Punk returned, bro, that shit brought tears to my eyes. It's not even funny. I have been missing that man so much for so long. It's not even funny. If you guys are wrestling fans, let me know down in the description, or not in the description. Let me know in the comments, because I want to hear it. If you guys are CM Punk fans, come on, where are you guys at? Because I need some CM Punk buddies, right? So, you know, that's a whole other thing. Anyway, let's try to end this for a 4th time. If you guys liked the video, you know what to do. And until next time, true believers.